When I moved into college, my RA said, "Dude, you can't live here anymore. I have to report you." "What are you talking about?" I asked, setting down the box. "Classes start tomorrow." Zane pulled out his phone and showed me some document. "You're on a federal watch list. Campus security flagged your name when you checked in. They're saying you have no legal status to be here." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean no legal status? It says you're not authorized to be in the country. You're undocumented." I actually laughed because this was so ridiculous. "Zane, I was born in Phoenix. My mom literally gave birth at the hospital." But Zane wasn't laughing. He was already calling his supervisor. "They have to report this to ICE within 24 hours. It's federal law." "ICE? Are you insane? I'm from Arizona. I played Little League for the Desert Hawks." My roommate Casper walked in and immediately backed out when he saw Zane on the phone. Word was already spreading down the hall. I could hear whispers about that illegal kid and getting deported. 20 minutes later, the hall director showed up with 2 campus security officers. Mrs. Hughes looked like she was trying to be sympathetic, but also didn't want to get too close to me. "We need to see your documentation," she said carefully. "My documentation? You mean like my driver's license?" I pulled out my Arizona license. "That's not sufficient proof of citizenship," one of the security officers said. "Anyone can get a license." "I have my student ID. My social security card is at home." "What else do you want?" Mrs. Hughes pulled out a folder. "The Department of Homeland Security flagged your name. Miguel Rodriguez. Multiple entries for illegal border crossing." "My name is Mitchell Rodriguez," I said, getting frustrated. "Mitchell, with a T." She looked at the paper again, squinting. "The system shows Mr. Rodriguez from Phoenix, Arizona. There are probably 1,000 M. Rodriguezes from Phoenix." The security officers weren't listening. One was already on his radio calling for backup. Students were gathering in the hallway filming with their phones. Someone yelled, "Build the wall!" and someone else told them to shut up. "Can you at least check my birth certificate records?" I begged. "Call my birth hospital. Call my high school. Desert Vista. I was valedictorian." Zayn was typing on his laptop, looking stressed. "Wait guys, hold up. I'm looking at his admission file. It says Mitchell Rodriguez, but the watch list says Miguel Rodriguez. Different first names. The system matched the last name and city," Mrs. Hughes said, but she was starting to look unsure. "That's racial profiling," some girl shouted from the hallway. I pulled out my phone and called my mom. She answered cheerfully until I explained what was happening. I could hear her getting in the car while cursing in Spanish. "I'm bringing your birth certificate right now," she yelled. "Don't let them touch you." "I'm calling our lawyer." "Mom, we don't have a lawyer." "Then I'm calling your tia Rosa. She watches Law and Order." One of the security officers was studying his computer screen. "There are 17 Miguel Rodriguez entries from Arizona. None of them match this kid's age or physical description. So maybe check before you try to deport a citizen," I said. Mrs. Hughes was now fully red-faced. "We have to follow protocol when the system flags someone. The system flagged me for having a Hispanic last name and being from a border state." Zayn finally found something on his laptop. "Got it. Mitchell Rodriguez. Birth certificate filed in this county. August 12, 2005. Parents Maria and David Rodriguez. Born at this hospital." The security officers looked at each other, then at Mrs. Hughes. One of them closed his laptop. "System error. Wrong person." "System error?" I shouted. "You were about to call ICE on a system error?" Students in the hallway were booing. Someone started chanting, "Lawsuit! Lawsuit!" Casper had reappeared and was standing next to me looking pissed. "This is messed up," Casper said loudly. "You saw a Hispanic name and assumed illegal." Mrs. Hughes tried to defend herself. "We were following protocol based on the information provided. The information was wrong, and instead of checking first, you went straight to deportation." My mom burst through the crowd 20 minutes later, holding my birth certificate, my passport, my social security card, and for some reason, my 3rd grade spelling bee trophy. "Here." She shoved everything at Mrs. Hughes. "Born here! Raised here! Spelled Constitution correctly at age 8! The security officers slunk away. Mrs. Hughes mumbled sorry and sent Taco Bell to my room as an apology.